Have you ever had something strange happen like this? You're thinking about someone you haven't talked to in years, and suddenly they text you. Or you keep seeing the same number everywhere. On clocks, on receipts, on random signs. At first, it feels like coincidence, but then it keeps happening. And you start wondering, is this just randomness? Or is something deeper going on? Today we're exploring one of the strangest ideas in psychology and spirituality: synchronicity, a concept first explored by the Swiss psychologist Carl Jung. Jung used the word synchronicity to describe something unusual. A synchronicity is a meaningful coincidence. Two events happen at the same time, but there's no obvious cause connecting them. For example, you're struggling with a big life decision. Then a conversation, a book, or a random message appears at the exact moment you needed clarity. It feels almost like life is responding to your inner state. Not in a supernatural way necessarily, but in a way that feels deeply meaningful. Interestingly, people don't usually notice synchronicities all the time. They tend to appear during major moments in life. When someone is going through a life transition, questioning their purpose, exploring spirituality, or experiencing emotional change. During these periods, awareness becomes sharper. You begin paying attention to patterns you previously ignored, and suddenly, life starts to feel less random. Now here's where psychology comes in. The human brain is a pattern recognition machine. It evolved this way to help us survive. Recognizing patterns helped our ancestors find food, avoid danger, and navigate the world. So naturally, the brain is always scanning for connections. But sometimes those connections feel too perfect, too well-timed, too symbolic. And that's where synchronicity becomes fascinating, because even though there may not be a direct cause, the meaning feels undeniable. Carl Jung believed synchronicities reveal something profound about reality. He suggested that the inner world of the mind and the outer world of events might not be completely separate. Instead, they may be connected in ways we don't fully understand. In other words, your psychological state and the events you encounter in life may sometimes align in meaningful ways. Jung didn't claim the universe was sending messages, but he believed these moments reveal that reality might be more interconnected than we think. The reason synchronicities impact people so deeply is because they create a sense of meaning. Imagine feeling lost, then hearing the exact message you needed at the perfect time. It feels like confirmation, like a moment where life suddenly makes sense. These moments don't necessarily predict the future, but they can cause you to pause, reflect, and look more closely at your life. However, there's an important balance. Not every coincidence is a cosmic sign. Sometimes randomness is just randomness. The value of synchronicity isn't in treating it like supernatural guidance. It's in using those moments as opportunities for reflection. Instead of asking, "What message is the universe sending?" you might ask, "What does this moment mean to me?" When something unusual happens, pause. Notice your thoughts and emotions in that moment. Ask yourself, why does this coincidence feel meaningful? Sometimes the insight you gain has less to do with the event itself, and more to do with what it reveals about your inner world. In that sense, synchronicities become mirrors, not predictions, but reflections. So the next time something strange happens, a perfectly timed conversation, a repeating pattern, a coincidence that feels too precise to ignore, you don't have to assume it's supernatural. But you also don't have to dismiss it completely. Because moments like these remind us of something important. Life may be more mysterious and more interconnected than we usually allow ourselves to believe. I'm curious, have you ever experienced a synchronicity that made you stop and think? Comment your experience below. And if you enjoy exploring topics like consciousness, psychology, and the hidden patterns of reality, subscribe for more videos like this. Because sometimes, the most interesting questions about life Start with the smallest coincidences.